on Behind the Spotlight. I'm Crystal Lampett, and today, hailing all the way from Olathe, Kansas, we've got Duncan Burnett, rapper, in the house. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to kick it off with a song called Granny.
Yes.
And let me just take a wild guess. I'm guessing it is dedicated to
my Granny King. Yeah.
All right.
The best woman ever.
Best woman ever.
Yeah.
Okay. This song is called Granny by Duncan Burnett. Take it away.
So I've been on this earth for a while now. Been through my fair share of hard times. We was middle class people trying to make it through that struggle. Out there on that hustle, on that 9 to 5, working overtime, getting paid just enough to barely make it by. Only concern was making through that week with some good food to eat. Even if that meant you had to doctor up some ramen noodles, tell you that was the heat. Looking back, we could have given up, but it was my granny who always came through clutch. Most times it was a few words to cheer you up. Other times I knew she was on her knees praying for us. And I see now it was all part of her plan. It was communication made to God through her hands. I say she was just so faithful. To her I am so grateful. Without her I would probably be dead. It was my granny's hands, hey, yeah. It was my granny's hands that prayed for me, that prayed for me, that prayed for me, that prayed for me. It was my granny's hands, hey. It was my granny's hands that prayed for me, that prayed for me. Check. I remember how hard it was to wake up every Sunday morning, cause we all know Sunday school starts at 9:30, church at 11. Everybody stand up and sing from what was my Granny King, clapping through the beat. Didn't get how she was happy like all the time till she told me it was joy she had on the inside. I asked, what's the difference? She said, son, listen in, you put your faith in God, you'll be able to comprehend. I tried for a minute, didn't work, so I straight popping pills, smoking and drinking, man, throwing my life away. She didn't judge me once, y'all. All she did was pray. She's the main reason that I still believe today. Have you ever had somebody like that, y'all? Like somebody that really had your back, dog? I did, and I see that it was all part of her plan. It was communication made to God through her hands. It was my granny's hands. It was my granny's hands that prayed for me, that prayed for me, that prayed for me, that prayed for me. It was my granny's hands. It was my granny's hands that prayed for me, that prayed for me. She prayed for me. R.I.P. Granny King, I love you.
And that was Granny by Duncan Burnett, and as we alluded to earlier, obviously this was about your grandmother.
Yes.
So she had a pretty big role in your life?
Yes, she has been there since I can remember. And yeah, she protected me, prayed for me, kept me positive, kept me focused, even when I was tripping out doing crazy stuff. She protected me from my dad and my mom from whoopings and things like that, you know.
No kidding.
Shout out to my granny. She saved my life more than once, and she's still doing it today, even in her, you know. In her
spiritual guidance sort of way.
Yes,
I
yes.
like that. Well, you know, the people that raise us, you know, that really sticks with us.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm sure you're living on sort of with those lessons and.
Yeah, she always said I would do this. She said I would be a preacher, technically. And so I'm not really a preacher, but technically what I do is a form of preaching because, you know, testify, so I guess that's my upbringing. So my granny was right. She always said I was going to do this and I was going to be talking in front of people and I had a message. I thought it was the drums. She knew from day one, so shout out to my granny.
Well, you are spreading a message, you know, those thoughts. So tell us a little bit more about where you come from.
I come from Olathe, Kansas. I had great parents. Mom, dad, brother, sister. They've been married my whole life, so I had a pretty solid upbringing. You know, we had the typical, we went through some struggles, some trials and tribulations, but through our faith in God and just sticking together, being family, being close, you know, we made it.
And
Kansas.
You said that you went to Olathe Northwest.
I went to Olathe North for my first 2 years,
okay.
and then defected for Mr. Colson at Olathe Northwest to like get better at the drums and get better at music, and obviously it was the right move.
Well, and tell us about that. You know, you have definitely this idea of like, I want to be the person from Olathe who goes somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us a little bit about that
ambition.
I feel
like everybody should, my message has always been to like, if you're a fan of Duncan, I want you to be a fan of yourself. That's a Kanye West line. He said, if you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself. And I feel like God, I believe God created us, so God made us most unique by making us you. And so why, I see a lot of people who like, as a rapper, they like to say, I'm from Kansas City because that may be more tough or more solid. And it's, people laugh at me all the time. I still get people who laugh like, this guy is from Olathe. But then I realized that's what truly makes me unique. That truly what makes me stand out. That's where I'm from. I was born and raised there. Yes, it's corny. Yes, it's suburban. Yes, it has all that. But somebody like me can be produced from a place like that. So like wherever you're from, no matter what anybody says about it, how corny, how goofy, or hard to
So you just gotta
own it.
You gotta own it.
Own where you're
Be true
from.
to you, be authentic.
That's
I like
the only way to
that
be
message.
yourself.
We're hanging out with Duncan Burnett. We'll be right back after this.
Olathe.
Do they have like a, is there like a Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. I'm here with Duncan Burnett, straight from the streets of Olathe.
The streets of Olathe,
From the tough cul-de-sac life
913, you heard.
of Olathe.
Yes.
I like that you can poke fun at yourself.
It's hilarious.
You know, and in all fairness, when you say you're from the streets, even if it's the suburbs, everybody has ups and downs in life, and you really never know about somebody's struggle. Really can't judge, right?
Can't.
So tell me a little bit about your struggle to start from regular boy living in Olathe to full-time, you know, performer, artist, rapper.
I've been a drummer my whole life. I played drums at church my whole life, and so I really thought I was going to be a professional drummer and be playing at, you know, big stages and from a touring band, and that's what I thought was going to happen. And so I did 5th grade band, 6th grade, I learned band all the way through school. Graduated, did some like college jazz stuff because Kansas City is popular for jazz.
Absolutely,
so I tried to get with Bobby Watson and UMKC and do that thing, and like I played some jazz gigs. I learned drums from Brandon Draper. He's a popular guy here, and like so I did that for a while. Thought it was cool, and then I just had the one moment where I stopped wanting to be background music because jazz is like 8 to 12. No knock to them, but you know I wanted people to listen to what I wanted to do. And then I played more drums in rock bands. I toured. Did that thing with the band called Mind Game. Shout out to that time in my life. And then one day I realized I was tired of somebody else saying stuff that I wanted to say. Or I feel like I could have said it better. Or like I had a message. And I was like, you know, I play in the drums, I can't talk.
Was that the major thing then? Like you were like, I have something that I want to share.
That's
and
the
I'm
only reason
tired
I
of
ever
kind of
started
sitting.
rapping.
Does it, being a drummer, does it feel kind of like you're in the back seat?
Sometimes, I mean, I still have a pretty good live essence, so like I still get enough love and attention, but like as far as what I want to talk to the people, and I truly want to see people be better and the best version of themselves, and I realized like I want to say it my way. You know? I don't feel like people are saying it how I would say it, and the only way I could do that is to be a singer, but then I was like, I can't sing very well, so I'm a rap.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so the day I have nothing to say, I won't rap anymore.
But now you're a rapper.
I have something, and a lot of stuff is going on in the world, so I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. I feel.
Yeah, well, I could see that. You know, I think it takes different personalities require different things.
Yeah.
And so you grew into a stage where you were like, I really have something that I want to share. So tell me about that message. What do you want to share?
Essentially, be yourself 100%. The best thing about you is the fact like you're you. A lot of people focus on trying to be like somebody else or tell like this, but in the idea of life, if you take influences from everybody that you have and then throw them through your channel or inspiration, that'll be the best version of yourself. And then like even in Testify, I say like, if you don't stand for something, you'll die for anything. So I personally believe in God, but I'm not saying anybody should believe in that. But I'm saying have something you stand for, have something you fight for, and be a part of something. We could all agree on that. the world needs to be a better place. It needs to be more love. We need to spread more positive energy. We need to be nicer to people. We need to talk. We need to bring back conversation, communication, things like that. So like, just on the basic human level, let's like be better people. Let's realize it's our time. That's my movement, shameless plug to the riot. And realize we have the power and energy ourselves to stand up as one person and like really change the world and impact it.
You know, I see a lot of people kind of stumbling around searching for a purpose and wanting to be better, but not really knowing how to get there, maybe not feeling particularly inspired. How would you advise someone to go about seeking their purpose, finding what's true to them, what they stand for in the end? The
key is passion. That's the one thing that drives Duncan Burnett the most. Is like, that's what everybody loves about my show, it's just the energy and the drive and the passion. I've learned that they say you find your purpose by focusing on your passions. So I read a lot of things, like if you go back to what you were a kid, like what you loved the most to do, there is a professional version of that somewhere, and you just have to attack that. So from the time I was 2, I wanted to play drums and music, and that's always been my passion. So now I DJ, I rap, and I do all these other stuff, but it started from the love of music, and then that helped me realize, oh, I connect with people this way. And then so like my one thing that I started off, my gift or whatever I focused on, you know, the Bible says your gift will make room for you. So I believe you focus on your passion, what you absolutely love to do, the thing that you'll do for free, that nobody could ever pay you for, that you will just do regardless. Like I'll rap and play drums for the rest of my life just because I like it. If you find that one thing and then do it to 1,000% and then actually do the right things to network and build and like connect with your people, because we all know you can't do it alone, and then find the people who can help your thing or doing
forward that
goal.
Like, that's a good idea. Look at what you were doing when you were a kid, maybe before some of those outer influences came in and said, well,
for your parents or your mom, like your
you
friends,
can't do that, you shouldn't do this, you're not going to make any money doing that. You know, maybe before some of those other voices got in your head. Look at what you were doing that you loved.
What is it that like gets your heartbeat rolling, that just like when you wake up in the morning you think about this, like that? And it could be more than one thing. I don't want anybody to ever think it just could be one thing. I have a design, and clothing is also my passion. Skating is a passion of mine, and all that now is still helping my music, because the skate culture still helps, that brings me fans or things. All those other things that I'm doing, DJing still helps my brand, all things, and it's all surrounded by the same passion and the same purpose of helping people realize it's their time to, like,
well, yeah, and it sounds like those are all things that are uniquely you as well. So I think that is what people strive for, is to live according to their integrity, and they want all of their values and their actions, what they say, what they do, to be aligned.
100%.
And so for you to be authentically pursuing the things that matter to you must feel really good.
I'm at the best place I've ever been in my life. Like, I feel 100% secure. I'm the most humble I've ever been and the most confident, you know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the place I want everybody to be in. I want you to realize, like, you are the man, you are the woman, you are cold, you are the #1 at what you do in the world. There is somebody that can always be better than you. So as long as you keep that in mind, but like, know that nobody can do what you do, how you do it, then your gift will make room for you.
The way you do
You'll
it.
find a place.
I can see why your grandma would say you would be a preacher. You're good. I feel inspired right now. Like, I'm feeling this.
Nice.
I like the empowerment here.
Nice, yeah.
Okay, so what you do that really drives you right now, it's working on your EP.
Yes.
Right? So tell us a little bit more about this project of yours.
My first official, this one's gonna be real. Yeah, it's gonna be like all legit. I'm gonna like, hopefully it's gonna chart on iTunes. Not hopefully, it is gonna chart. I'm gonna have some popping singles. And it's called Black Boy Joy.
Black Boy Joy.
Black Boy Joy.
And we're going to find what the songs that you performed for us tonight. Are they
These
on
are
that?
all the songs I performed tonight are older songs.
Okay.
And then Testify is going to be on the Black Boy Joy EP too. That's the unreleased one. That's one of the ones there. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited for you too. So how's the process going? How far along are you?
It's really good. I've been working with some of my favorite producers ever. They're Kansas City. Just happened to be. It's like I didn't choose them because they're Kansas City. Like legit my favorite right now, which is Dom Sanders and Anthony Saunders. And then I produced a couple tracks. So I'm about. It's an EP, about 6 songs maybe. I'm about 5 songs in. Now I'm about to get it mixed and like, so hopefully by the summer, I plan to own the summer. So next month, hopefully you'll get that black boy joy, you know.
Own the summer.
Yeah.
All right, so keep a lookout for that.
Keep a lookout.
All right, well, I want to get into our 4 favorite segments.
Oh, and Anthem. Did I say Anthem?
Oh, tell me about Anthem real quick.
Anthem is my most recent song I dropped. It's produced by The Extraordinaires, which is Dom Sanders.
Yeah, we've had The Extraordinaires on here before.
Yeah, they were with Mac Lethal.
Mac Lethal.
So like they're
fantastic.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
And so they produced my song Anthem.
Awesome.
There's a video, you can look it up on YouTube, just Duncan Burnett, Anthem. It's like the anthem of we riot in the building, in the streets, like hopefully get you hype. Put it in your workout playlist, you know what I'm saying? Get you turned up for your day, you know.
Definitely check out Anthem and The Extraordinaires. They'll get you inspired and moving.
That funk,
for sure. They're so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so your 4 favorites. I feel like you've got to have a really good book recommendation. Favorite book?
A really good book recommendation.
Or your favorite book. It doesn't have to be a recommendation, but what's one book that has really spoken to you?
Honestly, the last book I read that I really love, well, the one book I really love is the Steve Jobs biography.
Yeah.
The reality distortion field is something I really live by. So if you don't know what that is, Steve Jobs, the biography, just read the reality distortion field. And that's what I do like almost every day of my life, low key. And then I like the 48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power.
Without doing the stuff that kind of makes you corrupt, you know what I'm saying? Like taking the good ones out and like using that to your advantage. So.
Using the good.
And I like really anything self-help. I really love Malcolm Gladwell. The Malcolm Gladwell books, really like The Tipping Point, things like that, those really changed, so I recommend.
I felt like you would have some good ones in this genre. Yeah,
yeah.
Definitely gonna check some of these out. Okay, favorite book, favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I really like movies that are, I guess, plot twists. I would have to like.
Where you don't see it coming.
Yeah, so I feel like I like the Ocean series a lot.
Yeah.
Just because like Danny Ocean is my dude. I like George Clooney. I really like Now You See Me, the first one of that one.
Okay.
And then, like I guess just for my kid life, something like The Sandlot or.
I thought you were gonna say Mickey Mouse.
No, The Sandlot, Heavyweights, or like all the movies I watch with my brother. Like my brother Cheese is like the movie guy. So whatever he likes, I'll probably, the old stuff.
Sandlot's a good one. Can't go wrong there.
So I didn't really give one, but it's too hard.
You have too many favorites.
Yeah.
You're all over the place. All right, favorite music artist. I know you're not gonna have one for this, but if you could narrow it down.
All-time favorite, Kanye West. And like people say I look like, I sound like him, but I don't. I sound like Duncan Burnett, but I can't help that he inspired me and like made me want to rap. Because he was the first guy not from the hood, and rapping about being cool and wearing pink polos and like skinny jeans and skating and like, so him and Lupe Fiasco were the first two that I seen, because he was talking about skateboarding. So they were the first black kids who I seen like me, who like, oh, like I don't have to be hood, you know? I don't have to like wear baggy pants to be a rapper. Like I can talk about, you know, wear backpacks and like tight jeans and like skating and like, so yeah.
You can care about
Kanye
fashion.
West #1, definitely.
All right. All right, and last but not least, your favorite story as an artist, as a performer, something that's happened that's inspired you or made you laugh or really impacted you in some way?
Really impacted me. I would have to say, I have a lot of these stories because every time we play, we kill. I personally think like, we have a great time. It's fun. But George Clinton was my biggest day. Shout out to Pat Fielder, Mammoth Live. They've been blessing me. George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, we did a Springfield show. There was like 1,500 people there, like my biggest show ever. And it was just me and Jeff Stocks and my cousin DJ. He was on the DJ, but he didn't really do much. He was there looking cool. But literally, it was the Tom and Jeff Stocks. And 1,500 people was lit, just like, oh, clapping their hands, like for George Clinton. And he has a 20-piece band.
Oh, yeah.
George Clinton has like 25 members on stage, and we opened for him with 2 people. Wow. And like, they was hyped from the front to it was the first time I could say like, yo, I see y'all in the back. You know what I'm saying? It was
You're like, I need binoculars to see you all back there.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff Stocks, bro.
So some pretty awesome energy from that. All right. Yeah. Well, that's a fantastic story. Don't go anywhere. We've got more of Duncan Burnett coming up after this.
Her, like, I'm so grateful. Without her, I would probably be dead. It was
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight here with Duncan Burnett. We do have one more song for you, but I'm sure people are loving your music so far. If they want to find it, where can we find you?
Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. The name is Duncan Burnett. Just look that up and you'll see. I'm on YouTube. I got music videos, everything.
He's got it covered.
Everything.
So the last song tonight is called Junkies.
Junkies.
All right, Junkies by Duncan Burnett. Take it away.
Keep us enslaved. Devil wears Prada on the roads that we pay. The fresher the linen, more expensive the women. Bank accounts at zero. Ignorant bliss keep us grinning. Perception be reality. What truths are false in actuality. We talk to fake it till we make it fake. Bonds fake. Put your money to the chest, baby. Eyes on the prize. Only way to impress. Feelings expressed by your assets. We can call you me. And preceded by the bad. Issue out with your best fashion. Put two faces on for the lights. Tripping on E, trying to be a Kardashian. Pain is the name, but the game. Celebrity is the drug. While we out here searching for a fame. I said, we just junkies of fame. Woo! Fame, fame, fame. That's a real good. We just junkies of fame. Yeah. Fame. That's a real good question. Fame. Shit.